Now, I'll be the first to admit that my commentary on the situation will not reach many people. But that isn't the top priority. The top priority is calling out a pedophile and child groomer who has been abusing his platform. I swear, the country really cannot have nice things. If you came to this video in hopes of understanding the situation, I will link some videos down below that explain it very well. But this video is going to be me dissecting Lentotally's response to the situation. And at least to me, this is a personal thing, how clear it is that he is not sorry. Credits to Dandy Puff, because without her, I would not have the screenshots of this so-called apology since he had the nerve to delete it. Sorry for the audio change. I moved to a different room in the middle of recording. Alright. Sorry if it's a little slow of me reading this because I'm flipping through it on my phone while I'm recording on my phone. Alright. So let's get into it. First, I'll do a whole read through for people who don't want to look at screenshots. I'll still show the screenshots on screen to prove I'm not making shit up. But, sorry, shouldn't swear. Again, I'm going to be saying this in a very monotone voice, and this entire section will be very apathetic feeling. But that's mainly because if there was any emotion coming out, this dude would be getting cussed at. Alright. Let's just get through this. I'm going to read the whole statement, or whatever the hell you want to call it, all the way through once, and then I'll address each point while reading over it again. As much as I hate drama, it's not going to end well for me. I'm highly aware. Though again, my side is always part of this. The evidence is true. As much as I regret it, I did such things to someone. I'm sure the majority won't be on my side this time. Anyways, enough of that, let me begin. Let me begin by calling this person a her. I really have no intention to fall or like people younger than me, but this really started with that. I'm not the one who initiated it, but since it is so repetitive, it got out of hand. She started the flirting with I love yous. I shrugged it off at first, but yeah, it slowly got out of hand after that. She bridged me to her friends. We all got close. I simply trusted them. So I connected and bonded with them, even if from my perspective it's pretty wrong. Sometimes their topics don't fit their age group, but I didn't think much of it at the time. I'm just joining them to fit in. So I trusted her and all of that. You actually can clearly see how close I am with them through our past videos. I have evidence myself, but it won't be enough to fight against it. So child grooming. It didn't reach the point where I'm affecting her life in a bad way. That's what I think anyway. It was just me and her. The thing is that we are really open about each other, and I have evidence of that. I guess my mistake is still going oh shoot, why am I struggling with this? The mistake is simply going with it even if it got out of hand. That's why I'm still the blame either way. As for the screenshots, it's those moments where she requested for me to do intimate scenarios through roleplay. There was multiple points where I strayed from the friendship because I'm highly aware how wrong it is. We sometimes got into fights. Because of that, being distant with each other until we just cut ties at one point. I don't go and do these things with anyone I meet. I really have no intention of doing these actions from the beginning. I just treated them as adults. Feel free to unsubscribe and or hate me. Okay, so I'm going to dissect this one by one. First issue, okay, I'm going to direct this directly to Len, even though he probably won't see this. First of all, main issue this is you haven't uttered the words I am sorry throughout this entire thing. And on top of that, when I went back to check and get my own screenshots, they weren't there. You deleted the post and you haven't made a single video addressing this. It's like, okay, let me just say some random nonsense and just let it slip under the rug. But this kind of issue deserves a video, it deserves an apology, and it deserves for you to explain to the people who are on your platform what you did. The way he phrases all of this makes it sound kind of just, not that big of a deal. But I have multiple screenshots from other videos, which again, I'll link below if you want to see the original video, but I also show screenshots that it went far beyond just like a little joke, alright? The way he plays it off makes it sound very jokingly. He never addresses the extent it went to. And the part where he says, child grooming, I don't think it went that far personally. Dude, this is definitely exposed the child to some form of sexual entertainment, and also he didn't really have to build emotional trust because this person was supposedly already a fan of his, so that was already there. Hence why I say he was abusing his platform. Alright, now I'm gonna go from the beginning. That was just the main points I want to address. As much as I hate drama, it's not gonna end well for me. I am highly aware. Firstly, that whole line is messed up, like grammatically, and on top of that, you don't need to enter as much as I hate drama, because this isn't drama. This is an issue. This isn't, so it makes it sound like someone's just putting this out to get like tea or clout. I mean, sure, people are going to get clout from this. Heck, I might get a few extra views because I'm covering this topic. But that isn't the issue here. The issue is that you send messages like these, which are appearing on screen, to a minor when you are 20 years old. And it wasn't even like the minor was 18. Oh my god, they're still a minor, but like, at least they're 18, right? No, this minor was 14. They had barely entered their teenagehood. Again, and see, at least I'm just trying to look for positives at this point, but at least he admits that all the blame is on him. But the only issue that is the whole wording of this paragraph makes it seem so minuscule. That's my main issue. This whole multiple paragraphs, is just him acting like it is all to blame on me, but it isn't so ridiculous. And again, all of this is contradicted when you removed this statement from your community tab. I would understand if in the original statement you said, I'll remove this after a while because I don't want to dwell on it. Okay, maybe then I can kind of understand why you deleted it. But you deleted it with no warning. I am just furious at this point. Sorry, I said I would be very calm about this. And then, and in one part he says, I have evidence that we were very open with each other. Okay, let's just entertain the idea that maybe the fact that you were very comfortable with each other excuses what you did. Okay, maybe. If you say you have evidence, show it. I don't care. And firstly, if you say it's not enough to make everything else okay, then still, it doesn't matter. Still show the evidence. It doesn't, just because there's not enough to disprove the claims doesn't mean the evidence isn't worth being seen. And the fact that there isn't enough to dispute these claims shows that it wasn't okay. It's just appalling to me that you would even think this was okay. See, I'm gonna go back to the paragraph. He says, I have evidence myself, but it will not be enough to fight against that. Just why? Why? And he says, so I trusted her and all that. You can clearly see how close I am with them through our past videos. In all my research of the situation, I don't think he's ever made a video, like a YouTube video with this person. So I'm presuming he's referring to the videos of child pornography they sent to each other, which does not excuse anything. Even if, like, the minor willingly sent it, the very fact that she's a minor means that she cannot consent to it. And I'm sorry if the person is not a she. It's just that he's been referring to her this entire paragraph, so I'm presuming this child is a she. Anyways, so the fact that that's the only videos I've seen in the situation from our past videos. This is one of your fans. This is not one of the people you've collabed with. Alright? So either you're referring to the videos that you sent privately with each other, which does not excuse anything, or you're implying that, or you're hoping that people haven't researched the situation and gone, say, I think, oh, maybe they made past videos together. And even then it's okay. Not once have you mentioned the fact that this child was a minor. Not once have you mentioned the fact that you requested videos from this child. Even if they initiated and you knew it was wrong, why did you ask for the videos? You should have not asked for them. Okay, I'm just going to the screenshots to find other points. Sorry for like the dogs and like the music in the background. I'm sitting in my house and the entire society has like a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot of stray dogs that they bark at night, and we have a clubhouse behind our house, and like it's very loud at night. At the end he says, feel free to unsubscribe or hate me. Fine. At least he admits that, like, again, I'm looking for all these positives, like, okay, at least he said that all the blame was on him. At least he said you can unsubscribe or anything. But all of that is nullified by the fact that he removed this from his YouTube post. I'm just going around in circles at this point. And in that paragraph he says, I don't go and do these things with anyone I met. Nobody accused you of that. I really have no intention of doing these actions from the beginning. Really. Alright, even if you didn't have the intentions, you still did the actions. That intention, sure, it's important, but it's not as important as the thing you did. I mean, if it was, even then, like, do you think when somebody bombs up, like, this is gonna be very heavy topic, but like, say when someone like bombs up a building in a terrorist attack, but they did it for a right intention, like the right intention or right reason that I view, does that mean that people didn't die in that? It's like saying, the person blew up the building, but the building was full of corrupt people. Sure, maybe that's like whatever. Okay, maybe that was a good reason that there's a lot of corrupt people there. They shouldn't have been in power. Sure. But does the fact that they had a good intention mean that nobody died in that explosion? No. Having a good intention does not nullify the consequences of your actions. And at this point, it feels like he just wrote this to like not get punished for the nonsense he's done. I keep calling it nonsense. It's just borderline disgusting. So he says, I'm going to say anything I've done. I know that you're doing these actions in the beginning. I just treated them as ... adults ? No, it isn't a question. You don't get to be unsure about how you treated them. You treated them inappropriately for their age as a full-grown adult. Alright? That's what you did. There are multiple points where I strayed away from that friendship, and the fact he puts friendship in quotation marks shows everything. Cause I'm highly aware how wrong it is. If you are aware how wrong it is, you would have apologized. I have yet to see a single I am sorry leave like any of your online presences addressed to the victim. And the fact that you keep saying the victim initiated, the victim did this, whatever, the victim could have just come up and asked you to do this, like just straight up to your face, alright? That doesn't mean you do it. It doesn't mean you do it. And the fact that he said the victim started flirting with I love yous. Firstly, I'm presuming the context of this, but we don't know exactly how the victim said it. They didn't say I love you, will you be my boyfriend? I'm presuming they didn't say that. So, I'm presuming they said like, oh my god, I love you, I'm such a big fan. And he took that as flirting. Well, idiot, you're a freaking idiot, because guess what? I say I love you to my best friends all the time. And that doesn't mean I want to date them. I say I love you to my boyfriend. I do date him. So you need context. If you don't give context, I'm going to assume that you are being an incel, because that's what all the situation has shown me. You keep saying you have evidence, and even though it won't be enough, you're playing it like you are suffering because of this. Sure, you might be suffering, but you know what do you mean by suffering? You are suffering because people are seeing you as a bad person for actions which would be reflective of you being a bad person. Basically, all of that to say, so if I missed a point, feel free to add it in the comments. And any of you people who still like him and you're like stands and you're just like, no, he did this and this. Okay, firstly, if you're going to just defend him by saying, blah, 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 no, you're wrong, alright, I don't want to talk to you. But if you have another side to the story, if you are defending him with some logic, I would appreciate if you put you can dislike the video, I don't really care. But you can put it in the comments, and you can logically give me pointers as to why you think I am being too harsh, alright? And I can talk to you about it in the comments. I'll be very calm there, I swear. I'm not this aggressive normally. It's just, this whole topic is freaking disgusting. Anyways, that's all. I really hope this sheds some light. This is more about me just venting. Anyways, see you guys next video. I promise it won't be this dark. Hey guys, just one quick point I forgot to mention. The fact that he says, child grooming. I don't think it went that far. At least I don't think it went that far. Firstly, dude, this isn't about you. The fact that the child came forward with this shows that this child was uncomfortable with it and it was affecting them. Hence, you are a child groomer, dude. There's no to-do sense about it. It doesn't, and the fact that you earlier in the paragraph you said, I had no intention of falling or liking them, but that's how it started, means you admit you had feelings for this child. You, as a grown 20-year-old man, had feelings for a 14-year-old minor. That makes you a pedophile. I'm not saying you're a rapist or whatever, like you shouldn't be going to jail, but like, you are a pedo. I mean, you should be going to jail because I'm pretty sure child pornography is illegal. I'm not pretty sure it is. Anyways, to the end of the video.